Okay.
She told schedule. Hi Balaji.
Okay.
How about other creations all done?
Actually, we are left with one KT from Radhika.
Hello? Hello?
Yes Balaji. Yes
Can you
Balaji.
hear me?
Yes Balaji. We can hear.
Yeah. Yeah, only one left from Radhika.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Actually, I have shared one documents with you. Vivo update, how to update the document in Viva portal. Have you gone through those? Step by step,
Yeah, we
I
have
have
checked
given.
it.
Okay. So what I'll do is, whenever we are updating a document in Viva portal, at that time I will give you an update how we have to update. Okay. Of course, straight away, if I'm telling anything, you will not understand.
Okay.
But let me tell you what are the things we will have in our spec. So have you guys applied for all the access or still you have to complete the trainings?
Yeah, we have left with one or two. That's all. I applied for roles.
Okay.
Yeah, I've also applied for roles. I don't know if I've got the access.
Okay. Okay. So have you checked the status? Is it still under approval or the final stage?
It says it has been processed. No further updates regarding.
Okay. Maybe in a day or two it will approve. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, Balaji.
Yeah. So here, this is the Viva portal actually. Once you get the access, I will share all the links to you. So based on that, you can access everything. So what we can do is just like I'm just checking your batch attributes. Okay. It means what all the batch, how the batch classification data, all it updates. Just by giving whatever the documents you required with respect to the functionality, just we can enter that and we can check. Okay, if you search here, then you can get it. Okay. For example, replicate bill of material, replicate form. So like that, if you just search, you get all the relevant documents related to that. Okay. So from this, you can cross-check which document you have to check and proceed for the changes what we required or what the information you required. For example, this is the replicate bomb to Alpine. So if you go and click on this, you will get the information here in this document. How you can check the details is first whatever the document has this applicability IT delivery forward project. So only these kind of documents relevant to our forward team. Okay. Don't check any other documents. Okay. And so here you'll have all the details, what are the functionality on all the index and all this it will be maintained here. And with respect to the functionality, for example, if it has multiple functionality or only a single functionality, so based on that functionality, you'll have this ID. This is called SysID. This is called URS ID. Document is nothing but user requirement specification, and FS is functional specification. So regarding this, anyone has given Katie regarding URS census? Hello.
Nilesh,
No,
maybe.
I think I did not attend it.
Okay. Okay. So this URS is like user requirement specification, nothing but it's kind of a brief explanation about the functionality, what it has. Okay. So under this, it will have the system functionality where it will explain the complete logic of the functionality of the requirement. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So this is the ID where under this we will have the functionality defined in the document. Okay. So if you go till down, so what is the purpose of this document will be explained here. And like this complete functionality, how on what all you can go through the document so that you can understand where and all it is used and to which and all systems it is used and where it is transferring. If it is any transfer of data from one system to the system, everything it will be mentioned in this document. Okay. So by doing self-reading, you can understand what is the usage of all this. So complete functionality and complete transactions like this. And for example, if you are going for any report or if you're going for any uh, updation of a certain table or report, how it is updating, all this functionality will be explained in this document. Okay. So likewise, we'll have a TDS document also where it will have some more technical details included in that document. So apart from that, almost it will be similar to our function specification only. Okay. And whenever we are doing any change, for example, you are doing any changes in a say, existing functionality. Okay. So for example, here we have multiple sections. Uh, so for example, you are doing some changes related to bomb validity. For example, I'm saying, so in that case, you have to add that particular changes after this line. Okay. If you're doing any change with respect to validity, for example, I'm saying just a note of it. If you're doing any changes, so you can mention the details here, and you have to highlight that details with yellow mark. Okay. So after doing that, what you have to do is you have to go to last. The here change history will be there. So here you have to add one more table, and you have to add your CR number, and you have to mention the details. What are the changes you have done? For example, here they have mentioned added a new version of chart with new system numbers for Alpinto. So like this, you have to add what are the changes with respect to your section. You are doing it, so you can add it here, and you have to highlight that with yellow color before you are going for approval. So this is the thing we are doing it. So what we'll do is, whenever we are doing any update, any of our team member is doing an update, we will arrange for a call and we will show you how to update the document so that you will get a clear idea. Okay. Hello. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This is about the Viva portal. This is the overview. So once we are updating it, I will tell you clearly what we are doing it. Okay. And we'll move to HPLM. So any of you have worked on HPLM tool before?
No.
Okay. So the HPLM tool here we are using for a testing purpose, formal testing. Like whatever the changes we are doing it, we are going for a testing. We will be capturing all those testing details in this tool. So first what we'll do is we'll create a test plan. We have three things here: test plan, test lab, and test run. Okay. Test lab is nothing but what are all the steps we have to execute. So we have to create those steps in the test plan. Okay.
Okay.
So the test lab is with respect to which CR we are going to test that particular change. So that will be in the test lab. Okay. So once you are doing the test run, so you have to do from test lab. So once the run is completed, that will be stored in test run. Okay. So here we have what are the types of testing is unit testing and user acceptance testing and SAT, system acceptance testing. So SAT will be performed by our functional experts. Okay. So user acceptance testing will be done by our end user or a super user. Unit testing will be performed by the end user when there is any change specific to a role. For example, if it is a new role creation, not for a change of role, for a new role creation. Okay. For new role creation, we will be doing a unit testing and user will be doing this UAT, user acceptance testing. Okay.
Okay.
For role changes. If that completely the functionality is new, so in that case, for some cases, we have to go for UAT. User will be doing that. So for that, we will be creating the steps and user will be executing those steps in this HPLM tool. Okay. Mostly we will be using, you will be doing SAT. In some cases only you'll be going for this and this UT and UAT. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And under this test plan, how it is classified is, it is based on the business area. So here, for example, 0200, it is with respect to order to cash. So our things will come under this one. Maybe in this one 0600 or it will be in 0700. So under this, we will get our test plans. Okay. If there is no test plan, then we have to create the test plan. Okay.
Mm.
So what I'll do is, for example, we have this SysID here. SysID is if you go in the top, it will be there here. So 07070310 is 01. So if you go into the HPLM, so under 0707, it will be there. Okay. So under 0700, we'll have the 0707. Okay. So again, if you go inside this, so we'll have the hierarchy here. So we can cross check with this document 07070310. Zero three one zero is 01. You can see here. Okay. So if you double click on this, you will get to know what are all the steps you have to do. Okay. So when we are creating a test plan, actually whenever we are creating or we are executing a test plan, at the time we will schedule a call. We'll give you the details. So before that, what are the details we'll have in test plan? I'll explain. So this is the test plan ID, and this is the name. What you have to give this SAT along with this ID and the description we have to enter. Okay. So this will be already there. You want to create, if you are reusing the same test plan, then don't want to do anything. So if you are changing anything in the functionality, then you have to modify this test steps. Okay. So
Okay.
here resources like a designer, who is the designer here, your name, your ID, and accessor. So when we have to get the test plan approved before you're going for a testing, execution of test run, the test plan should be approved. Okay. So you can see the status here. If you see the status here, it is approved. If it is not approved, you cannot use. Okay.
Okay.
And if you go here, here you'll have the details. What are all the revisions they have made in the test plan? What is the objective of this test? So is with respect to the SysID, what are all the functionalities there it has to cover, and what are the prerequisites required? What is the conditions, or what is the post after testing? What is the result we are getting it? So that we have to mention here. Okay. So if you go to test steps, so here you'll have what are the steps to execute. You have to give the transaction code. What all the, for example, if you're running a transaction, so what you're doing, you're going to do with that. Run transaction CA02 for material this and plant. So this we call it as parameter. So with respect within this arrow marks, the direction marks, whatever we mentioned, it is called parameter. So this is the parameter what we have to enter when we are doing test run. Okay. So this parameters you are entering it. For example, run transaction CS02 for material number, plant, bomb, alternative this. So change the header base quantity. Here what they're doing is they're changing the header base quantity. So after the change, so new value is set in base quantity. It is changed. So once it is changed, so here we have an option called evidence yes. Okay. So for this kind of testing, you have to attach a screenshot. What are the testing you are doing it from SAP before doing the change and after the change. So both the screenshot I have to attach here. Okay. Along with this system's timestamp and your user ID or test user ID if you are using it. If you don't have access for a specific transaction, you will be getting an test user or you'll be getting an FFID, and based on that you will try you doing the testing. So that ID should be reflecting here in the screen. For example, if I'm using the screen, okay. So like this, you have to take a complete screenshot. Just you can go for print screen and you can attach here in this tool when you're doing test run. Okay. So like this, you have to do all the whatever the required steps you need, you have to do. For example, if you don't want to do all these steps, only from step 4 you have to do. Then what you can do is you can skip all these steps. It is not required to execute. So you can put as not applicable, and you can proceed from step 4 to what are the steps required. Okay. So here we can see what are the parameters that is linked with this test plan and what are the system. For example, whatever the function test plan will link all the system document here. So it means that this test plan is relevant to this particular system spec. Okay. So then only we can easily identify to which test plan we are going to run this. Okay. So this is about the details of test plan. Okay. So once we create, for example, if you want to do any test run with respect to this SAT, if you want to do any test run, so first what you have to do is you have to link the CR, right? What are the change request you have to link that CR. So that linking will be done here in test lab. So here you have to go for a new test set. Under that you have to give your CR name. Okay. CR number, I mean. If you give the CR number, under the CR number, you can go for the select sets. You can click here. So here, if you go, you can give the test plan ID. So if you give the test plan ID, it will bring the test plan here. And again, you can bring it back here so that you can use that test plan what we created here in this first step. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the process for testing before you're going for a test run. Okay. So once you bring this test plan here, so you have to check the status. In general, you'll have this status here, ready for testing in progress. So if it is ready for testing, you can use this for test run. If it is in progress, you cannot use for test run. Okay. So this is about the test plan here and test run. So after you execute the test run, so it will be saved here. Let me open the last. So this is my last test run. Okay. So here in the steps, you see, so only one step is required for my changes, so others are not required. So once you are doing the step, you have to enter the results here, and you have to mention this comments. Expected results were met, and what are the result you are meant to explain, you can mention in the comments here. Okay. And you have to attach the screenshots. If you see, so one by one, I have attached all the screenshots what is required for this particular testing. Okay. And one more thing, after passing this step, only you have to go for the second step. and after passing the second step only, you have to go for the next step. So if you are thinking that you don't want these two steps, so you can put this as not applicable, then you can go for this. Then you should not do like that, because the timing should be the correct order. What the steps we are following it. Else validation team will reject. So these are all things they will check in auditing. Okay, quality audit, they will all check this, and you have to complete one by one step. Okay. Even if you have multiple steps in between, if you have to skip, you have to go one by one and then you have to do. Okay. Yeah. So this is the overview and of all this testing, HPLM test plan and testing tool and Viva portal. So what we will do is I will inform the team if any of them are doing the changes, and if they're moving to production system, or if they're doing any document update or testing. We'll arrange for a call, and then we will give you one more session go through it. We'll show one by one step what we are doing it, so that it will be easy for you guys to follow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So here for this, actually, what I have done is for this particular step. So for this, if you see here, this is the only variant. New fields not applicable for me, and what all the required things is only this variant I have added here. If you see here in the step, only the transaction I have executed, none other things I have done. So if you see the parameter, so variant 1 only I have used, so nothing else I have used. So in that case, you have to put the other variants also as not, no other parameters also not applicable, because we are not going to use this in any of your other testing steps. Okay. It will be a bit difficult for the first time if you're seeing this. So once you're getting to one or two test runs, it will be easy for you. Anyways, we are going to start this upgrade testing, right? Regression testing, right? On a day or two, we'll be starting it. So at the time, we'll let you know. We will have one session. We'll let you know. Okay. Yeah. Just check your status, and you guys update me tomorrow. If there is any follow-up required, I'll inform Kamal or someone else to follow up to get the access. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Any doubts you have here, or related to any other things in this ROS process?
I think as of now, we'll have another session like this when they do perform the test, so that it will be a little more clear for.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Close the call. Bye.